Hey guys, not a whole lot new in the travel world today. I want to remind you guys though that there's still lots going on, even though there's not a lot of new. Uh, Disney Cruise Line itineraries for 2026 are dropping. There's lots of cruise deals out there. I know cruising is kind of like owning a car. So I know you all have your lines you like. If there's somewhere you want to cruise, let me know. I'll get in touch with you and let you know what they're currently offering. And I can also keep an eye out for what you're looking for. Um, in the parks, we have Halloween Horror Nights at Universal. We have Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party in Magic Kingdom at Walt Disney World. And we have Oogie Boogie Bash at Disneyland. Actually, it might be California Adventure, but we have Oogie Boogie Bash on the West Coast. So, the other thing I chimed in on this today was packing cubes. I know some people love them, some people hate them. One of the things you might not know is that there are little narrow packing cubes. There's 100 different sizes. So if you're like that family member I had who was like, I don't like them because they leave all these weird open spaces, you can get some odd shaped cubes to use in those spaces. You can also just shove your stuff around the cubes. If it creates that little empty spot, put some souvenirs there. Roll up that new t-shirt you bought and stick it in there. So you have you have your odd sized, and then I think this one is a medium one. I know there are definitely ones bigger than this, but this is good for this because you can kind of get a good feel for it on the video. And then there are also compression cubes, of course, which you fill up just like, I like those because they're mesh and all the extra air comes out. They don't really compress, but they do have some perks. Now these have a compression thing where you can fill it up and then you take this little zippy guy and it compresses. And I think when I tested this out, I got like 10 t-shirts in it. So it does hold a fair amount of stuff. Of course, it's going to depend on if you fold or if you roll. And again, I know that is a personal decision. And I think that kind of depends on what kind of suitcase you have and how much you have. And I find myself doing a blend of both. So, but that's my travel news for this week. I'm sorry my software was cranky and I couldn't do it totally live, but I'm hoping to have better luck next week. I know Hawaii is possibly getting some weather this weekend, so if you're on the islands, please stay safe. And I will see everybody next week. If I can help you travel, please let me know. I would love to have a conversation. Most people start planning travel about 6 months out, so that puts us into the spring. That's going to handle the early spring breakers. That's going to handle the people who don't like the snowy weather at home and want to go south in January and February. And it's also going to cover holiday travel and, of course, your fall travel for all those wonderful festive Halloween dates. I know that pumpkin spice is officially here. So enjoy your lattes, and I'll see you next week.